penguins! Last week we set up an investigation because we wanted to find out what plants need to survive. And so we wanted to prove whether they need water, whether they need light, whether they need nutrients or food from the soil, or whether they need a combination of those things in order to be alive. And what we did was we set up a fair test to try and find out more about it. How did we ensure that it was a fair test? What do you think? Of course, we used 4 of the same plant. We used 4 cress pots that we were going to conduct our investigation with. And then you made predictions to decide which one you thought was going to survive. Well, today is the moment of truth. We're going to find out how our plants are looking after 1 week in these different conditions that we set for them. Now, in your Walt, you have a table and you'll be able to write or draw what has happened to each of our 4 cress pots in the week which says week 1, of course, because this is after 1 week of the experiment. So let's see how they're doing. Are you ready? Here is the first cress pot. This one has received water, light and soil. Look at how that's doing. It's looking pretty healthy, pretty green, quite fluffy at the top. So that's our first one. The second one we had was light and soil but no water. How's that looking? That is looking very different from the first one, if you can see. It's a lot drier. It's not fluffy like the first one. If we look at the top, it's not puffing out at the top. It's looking very dry. The third one was water, soil and no light. How do you think that's going to be looking? Let's have a look. This one is looking better than the last one. Its leaves are a bit yellowing and it's not looking as healthy as our first plant pot. Some of the bits are just kind of hanging down at the side. They look a bit limp or not like they're doing so well. And finally we had water and light but no soil. How do you think that's going to look compared to our first pot? Let me show you. How is that looking compared to the other ones? Right, so that's how our cress pots are looking after 1 week. How will they look next week? How will they look to the week after? We'll have to wait a bit more time to find out. See you then.